Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Phxeenix, and today I wanted to talk to you about something that might be a little controversial in the world of BDO. That is whether or not the game is free to play or if it is pay to win. Now, the goal of this video is simply to provide you guys with enough information on the various items in the game that can be considered pay to win and have you make the ultimate decision on what you believe is true. Before I get started, however, I want to talk a little bit about what paying for an item in a game really means and the economics behind it. When you're purchasing something from the Pearl Shop, or if you are purchasing a cosmetic upgrade or a DLC in a different game, what you are doing is essentially you are supporting the developers, the programmers, the graphic design artists, and everyone in between who is working so hard to create such a beautiful and entertaining game for us. Now, this can be compared to real-world examples such as buying a GPU from NVIDIA or AMD, buying a new phone from Apple or Android, or even buying clothing or shoes from your favorite clothing store. What you are doing is you are exchanging your money for something in return, and then with that money, those companies can go ahead and invest further into research and development to create better items for the future and better items for us to use. The same thing goes when you're buying something from the Pearl Shop. You are getting something that you are using, something that is making you happy, even if it's for the moment. You are you're not physically tangible. It's not a tangible item. You're not physically able to touch it, but you are getting it in game. And then with that money, PA can continue working on improvements. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we've had classes coming out almost every other month is what it feels like, but we've had classes coming out way frequently than before. And then now we have the Ataraxian dungeon coming out, which is unheard of for BDO. I'm very excited to see where it will go. It is only the first iteration of a dungeon like this, but nonetheless, it is an exciting update that we are all looking forward to, or most of us, I should say, are looking forward to it. But do you think any of this would be possible if the game was not making any money? Without the people to buy the pearls, the game would be inactive, right? People who are purchasing pearls, they're helping the game stay alive and helping all of us reap the benefits from what PA is doing with that money, all of their research and development, and making everything work for us. Now let's get into all of the various items that I talked about. But as always, guys, if you guys do enjoy the video and you find this information useful, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell to get notified when new videos go live. Alright, let's get into the first thing I want to talk about, which is pets. Pets may seem like they can be a huge money grab because you need 5 tier 4 pets at the quickest looting setting in order to make your grind very effective. However, I personally don't think that you absolutely need to have all of these tier 4 pets, but if you are looking to get some, PA does give them out on occasion. This one over here I received from a Christmas event. It came as a tier 4, so that was very helpful. This tier 4 Pommy was released quite recently, and yeah, it came as a tier 4 too. And then they gave out some tier 1. Spot came as a tier 1, and I had a few other tier 1s that I got for free from different rewards or coupons that PA gave out. I'm sure I probably combined them. But also here I have in my pearl inventory a dog and a hawk that I got for free as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to register them or if I'm going to sell them to the marketplace. We'll see. But yeah, so here's just a few examples of the free pets that they did give out. Now you can also purchase pets from the marketplace. You can go to Pearl Item, Pet, and you can see all of the pets that are available for you to buy. Now, the best strategy I can give you for purchasing a pet if you are looking to buy one from the central market is simply by going to the Pearl Shop and then figuring out what is on sale. If there are pets that are on sale, like a bundle of them, then you can expect at least one person to buy that bundle and then sell it to the marketplace, and then you would want to put your pre-orders on those specific pets so you can have a higher chance of getting them. It's all RNG. The market is very RNG, so even if you are the 8th person here, you still have a chance of being the one to get it. Another way you can get a pet is by going to the Pearl Shop. Under loyalties, you have this loyalty cuckoo over here. For 2,000 loyalties, you can only purchase one per family, but nonetheless, it's an extra pet that you didn't have before. Pets can also be given out over here through the attendance rewards. Sometimes those pop up in the loyalties or in the specials, as well as through Twitch drops and different events PA can have. I think there's even some pets that you can quest for during an event period. Next up, we'll go over maids. Maids are very similar. You don't really necessarily need to have a lot of maids. These are all of my maids. I purchased most of them. Well, I purchased a lot of them through the Pearl Shop when they had a massive sale on maids, and you can get multiples for the price of whatever. I ended up buying them because I thought I needed them, but looking back, I don't actually need this many maids, and they don't provide that much of a benefit, especially if you are grinding. You can always have a workaround for needing so many maids, and that is horse stacking. So instead of having a lot of storage maids, you can go ahead and place your loot on your horse, go grind. Once you're done grinding, you can take the loot off your horse. It will add into the loot that you have in your inventory, and you can put that right back onto your horse. Even if your horse is over encumbered, it will still hold onto that loot for you. That's just one little workaround for the maids. You cannot buy them. You cannot buy them with loyalties, but they do give them out for free sometimes, like I mentioned earlier, through attendance rewards. Over here we have a transaction maid coming to us on the 11th day. So, you know, hopefully you guys are logged in to get that, as well as different coupons, Twitch drops, all these other things. You can get them from there. Next, we'll go over the buffs. We have our value pack, our blessing, and our secret book of Old Moon. This value pack over here, I have 59 days remaining, and I have not purchased a value pack since I started playing the game in December. So they do give out a decent amount of value packs, at least enough to sustain for a while, and then afterwards you don't even necessarily need to have a value pack active. What I've seen some people do is they would list their items to the marketplace, but they would not collect until they pop a value pack, because you have that 30% marketplace sales upon silver collection. So you'll go ahead and just collect everything once you popped your next value pack. When it comes to the Kama Silva's blessing, I have 17 days on this. I did have to purchase one from the marketplace. And I have bought one from the Pro Shop before, but over here on the very first day, we did get an event blessing of Kama Silva as well. So these, like I said, they do happen often enough. Same goes with the Book of Old Moon. The only thing you wouldn't be able to do if you didn't have the Book of Old Moon is reset your skills and skill add-ons freely, and also Villa Scrolls from your paid tent. Or you won't be able to purchase Villa Scrolls from your paid tent, but as you can see on the 18th day, we have another Book of Old Moon coming to us, so just keep that in mind. You can also purchase your functional, like your blessing value pack and Book of Old Moon from the central market. And this, I know this is where you guys, a lot of people will be like, oh, but you know, Phxeenix, I've been waiting over a year to get my freaking value pack. And yes, I know there are a lot of pre-orders, but that does not negate the fact that you can still purchase this stuff from the central market, and it is still RNG. Even though you're the 7,596th person waiting for a value pack, there is still a chance that you will be the one that gets it tomorrow. And the same thing goes for the Kama and for the Secret Book of Old Moon all the way down here. From there, we'll go ahead and chat a little bit about our life skilling costumes. So if we go to apparel costume, you will see all of the life skilling costumes that are available to you. The first thing we'll go over is the Venia riding attire. As you can see, what it does is it gives you 20% mount EXP. Most people choose not to purchase the Venia riding attire and instead go for the professional trainer's uniform, and that can be purchased from a vendor. And what it does is it gives you a lot more stats. What you would do is you would go tailor that professional uniform, you would wear it, and then you would purchase another one to wear, so you would double stack it. It won't give you as much mount EXP, but for everything else that it gives you, it is much more worth it than purchasing the Venia riding attire. And you can also purchase a tailoring coupon straight from the central market as well. I actually bought quite a few from there, so it is very possible, and it's not as difficult to get as any of like the value pack or the blessings. When it comes to the Pavilla costume and the Canopy costume, these are very interesting. I personally don't think you need them unless you want to look all cute and stuff. I really absolutely love the alchemy outfit. I think it looks adorable. but you don't need it because the 15% either alchemy or cooking, depending on the outfit you buy, is not that much when you are stacking hundreds of percents of different various buffs. I personally don't think it is worth it simply to buy for the XP. The cooking time is where most people choose to buy this because of the cooking time reduction of 2 seconds. However, you can accomplish the same cooking time reduction of 2 seconds and get down to the base one of 1.1 seconds by wearing +4 silver embroidered clothes, using your life spirit stone, and a verger draft. All of that in combination will drop you down to 1.1 seconds of cooking without needing a costume. However, it will cost a little bit more silver, especially with all of the verger drafts that you will have to be popping. Now, the next thing I want to mention is weight. You have 2000, well, I have 2007 LT, and this, I purchased all of this from the central market as there is no way that you can quest or get them for free. And looking back, I don't think it's necessarily worth it. You don't really need it, especially since you can horse stack, as I mentioned earlier. I said you can't quest for it. You can't quest for regular inventory, but for family inventory, there is one quest that will give you 50 LT, so that will help out a little bit. And while you cannot get this for free, there is one loyalty thing that you can do. Go over here to weight, and you can see there's loyalty weight limit of 50 LT for 3,500 loyalties, and this will take about 18 days for you to save up 3,500 loyalties at 200 loyalties per day, and you can only purchase 4 per character. So that will add an additional 200 LT, which will help out somewhat if you are interested in expanding your inventory weight. However, it's not really that necessary due to the ability to horse stack items / and or if you have maids. Yeah. All right, next up, we'll go ahead and talk a little bit about the tent, which I know a lot of people are like, okay, you need a campsite. That's what a lot of people tell you. You need a campsite if you want to grind in BDO, you want to hunt, you're going to need some form of a campsite. And a lot of people say that the game is, you need the pay to win campsite to be successful. And in some way, I guess, yes, the tent, the anvil shop and container all come with the pay to win tent, and it's $49, 4,900 pearls. However, you can purchase it from the pro shop when they do have sales, which I think I purchased mine for $34, $35 way back when. So you will be able to, if you have enough patience, you can wait for a discount. Now let's go over some of the differences between the campsite and the free-to-play tent, which for the free-to-play tent, I will link the quest line in the description down below so that you guys can choose to either do that or purchase a tent, entirely up to you. But with the free-to-play tent, you have the option of having an anvil, a shop, and a container. However, all 3 of those they require silver and time. You have to do a quest line or a quest for them, and the anvil lasts only 24 hours. So every 24 hours, you will have to redo the anvil. And then you have your shop and your container, which both last 7 days. The major difference between the campsite and the tent is that you will not be able to purchase your villa buffs from your free tent. With the campsite, you can purchase your villa buffs directly from there, and if you have the secret book of Old Moon, you won't even need an invitation. If you don't have the secret book of Old Moon, you will need to purchase a villa invitation in order to be able to purchase the villa buffs directly from your campsite. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that gave you a little bit of insight into whether or not you're going to make the decision on the campsite being free to play or pay to win, simply because there is somewhat of an alternative to it. Now from the campsite, let's go over something that a lot of people will say is very, not pay to win per se, but will help people who have money save in-game silver. So what Artisan's memory does is it increases the durability recovery amount by 5 times when recovering maximum durability. So what this means is that If you are recovering boss gear, for example, you use 1 memory fragment, and if you use an artisan's memory, so 1 memory fragment, 1 artisan's memory, you will end up recovering 5 durability rather than just the 1 that the memory fragment would have done. Now, if you are recovering Gruntle, for example, and you are using Gruntle with Gruntle, so you're using the Gruntle to recover the durability of your main Gruntle armor, or whatever you're using Gruntle on, what you would do is if that Gruntle recovers 10 durability, you use an artisan's memory with it and it will recover 50 durability. I hope that makes sense, and keep in mind that you don't really want to use the artisan's memory on anything lower than boss gear, and I would only use it if I'm really in a pinch and I don't have any more money and I need to get some gear up, then I would use it. I would not spend 800 loyalty or 50 artisan's memory or 50 pearls on this artisan's memory, and this does go like cheaper the more you buy, so this will be only 40 pearls, so 40 cents per artisan's memory. But I would not personally recommend purchasing any of this. The enhancement packs, if you feel like they're worth it for you, then that's an option. And the reason I say this is because over here on the attendance rewards, as you can see for our specials, we do have 10 and then 10 more coming up on the 14th day. So they do give them out, and I even managed to save up over 200, if not like over 300 artisans memories since I started playing in December. I have used them all by now, unfortunately, but yeah, so they do give them out. And then, as I mentioned earlier, coupons, rewards, Twitch drops, events, they do give them out for those. So just be patient and make sure you are logging in every day so that you can get all of this fun stuff. And the reason I say artisan memories are not necessarily super pay to win is simply because no matter the artisan's memories you buy, they do not guarantee a successful enhancement. All they help you do is just save a little bit of extra silver. Maybe a lot of extra silver, but they will not guarantee, they will not change your RNG. If it's 20% chance of success, it's still going to be a 20% chance of success, regardless of the artisan memories that you are using. Okay, so from there, we're going to talk a little, I want to mention stuff about purchasing Pearl Shop costumes and then selling them on the central market. A lot of people say, or a lot of people will choose this route in order to make a little bit of extra cash, but I kind of want to sort of go over the numbers with you guys. And the way I'm going to do this is, first we'll take a look over here and you'll see that there is a pearl item selling limit of 35 pearl items, and it resets every Monday. So essentially every week you can sell 35 pearl items. So we're going to look at costumes. We're going to go to our apparel, costume or outfit, sorry, and then I'm gonna pick the premium set at the maximum price of 3,400 pearls, which is $34. So according to my calculations, at $34 for 35 pearl items per week, you will be spending $1,200 US in order to generate only 11.7 billion in silver. In my personal opinion, this is absolutely not worth it. And I know a lot of people will actually end up buying sales and bundles of outfit boxes and then registering them to the marketplace, which is another way that you can snipe costumes. If you're interested in doing so, you can take a look at the Pearl Shop, see what's on sale, and then put a pre-order or keep an eye out for that item as it gets registered. But yeah, so 11.7 bill every week won't even get you to soft cap in a month. It is very, very hard to get there, and for $1,200 a week, it seems outrageous to me. There was even an interview with someone who spent $1 million or almost $1 million in the game, and he got to his desired gear score and whatever it is, but you have to keep in mind that the best in slot right now might not even be the best in slot later on, right? So you have all of your pens. Let's say you're all penned out, and then Fallen Gods comes out, and then Fallen God armor, and then Fallen God weapons and everything, and then after Fallen God, we'll see what's next, right? There's always going to be enhancements and progress, and what you have now might not always be the best thing to have in the future. So that is why I personally don't think it is even worth spending the money in order to get a few extra bill. You're spending almost $100, you're spending over $100 per bill, and it's not worth it in my opinion. So that's pretty much the gist of buying outfits and selling them to the central market for profit. From there, a sort of bonus thing I want to talk about is fairy. Nope. And we'll go ahead and talk about, I can't do this right now. Orb. There we go. Thea's Orb. So Thea's Orb is what a lot of people consider the most pay-to-win thing when it comes to your fairy. With a Thea's Orb, you are able to re-roll your fairy skills until you get what you are desiring, right? But if your fairy already has 4 skills, you would need to use 4 orbs, which equates to $10 per skill reroll, and that is still RNG, which is why I don't consider this super pay to win, because you might spend $100 and still not get your skill, or you can spend $50 and still get the skill you are looking for. So what I would recommend doing instead of spending money on Thea's Orbs, I personally would never spend any money on this stuff, but what I would recommend doing is saving up a lot of petals. Save up as many petals as you can, and then go to the tree and go talk to the fairy and generate all the fairies. Open them all up, and then if you have at least 10 brilliant wings, that is when I would go ahead and unsummon your current fairy, and then go ahead and resummon the new fairies, speed them, and see what they get, the brilliant ones I mean. And if you're still not satisfied, just, deal with it for now, go save up more, and then just keep going that way, and then you're guaranteed to get one eventually, because RNG is still RNG. Alright guys, that's pretty much all I have to say about these items. If there is something that you think is more pay to win than what I've mentioned, and if there's something you wanted to add to what I said, please feel free to leave it in the comments down below. I'm very interested to hear your input and your take on what you think of the game, on whether it is free to play or pay to win, or simply if it is pay for convenience. It's entirely your guys' opinions, so feel free to share them with me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!